has all been kind of worthwhile. The way you just stayed the course, stayed in the process, didn't leave, and stayed there, and all the recruiting kind of came with it.
As in, like, my high school?
Yeah, just stayed around at your high school, but no, you didn't have to leave. That you can still get the attention if you put out on the field.
Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, it's been awesome having being able to stay with my boys and like knowing that my work's being seen. I think a huge part of that is actually this I had it on the OFA Academy program. They do a great job with all the top recruits in Utah, the linemen. So I think huge shout out to them. A lot of the exposures come from that, and then obviously going to the college, the camps. But yeah, it's been a blessing to be able to stay at my high school, my hometown, and get the recognition that I am getting.
Tio getting you down to Fort Lauderdale on Sunday? They're trying to get you down there to play in the 7-on tournament?
Oh, I think I might be there, yeah. He tries to get me everywhere.
I believe it. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, man, thoughts on like the Ohio State offer and getting that and what that meant for your recruiting process?
Yes, sir. The Ohio State offer was amazing. We visited out there for a UA Next camp, and then hit up Ohio State right before it just to say what's up with the coaches, walk through all the facilities, literally just different. The first time I saw their developed here, that was something I've never seen. So definitely a place where I know that I can fit in and know that I'm being taken care of, not only as a football player but as a young man. So developed by them would be huge for me to see Ohio State.
So like first impressions of like the coaches and just talking to them, anything jump out to you there?
Love all the coaches. They seem very genuine people. They know what they're doing. A lot of them had a lot of energy. I was in meetings with most of them, defense coordinator, D-line coach. So yeah, crazy energy. Just loved being there. It was an awesome experience.
How does Ohio State stack up to some of the other teams recruiting you? It's hard to schools can directly contact you now after June is here.
Yes, sir. I definitely say they're towards the top of my recruitment right now. Yeah, they've been keeping in contact, staying in touch. So I'll definitely looking at them right now. Definitely be out there again.
Who's close or who's ahead of Ohio State or pushing just as hard or close to them?
I'd say along with Ohio State would be Oklahoma, BYU, Oregon, and Washington are the schools that are currently pushing first.
Has anyone surprised you with how hard they've pushed since June 15th?
Washington did surprise me. That was surprising for me. I guess Tennessee and Texas A&M have also been reaching out, so those two are also a little surprising to me.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too.
Washington, obviously, joining the Big Ten, that's kind of an interest, and Oregon as well.
Yes, sir.
I guess how much do you look at conference affiliation at this point, given you got some West Coast schools there, but they're all in like different conferences they were in 2 years ago, and so just like a program like that joining the Big Ten, does that help in your eyes, or just how do you take that in?
I definitely would say it would help a little bit. Conference isn't a huge factor in my recruiting decision, but I think I definitely like to play in a bigger conference, that Big Ten, that SEC conference. So I'd say it helps out, but I mean it's not a huge factor in what I'm looking at in my schools.
What has impressed you about Washington? You kind of mentioned them recruiting you hard or being impressed by them. What is it about Washington that's caught your eye?
A few things. Their coaches, their defense coordinator, their D-line coach Kafusi, and then their head coach Fish right now. They've all developed insane athletes. They've progressed multiple different colleges. When Fish and Kafusi were both at Arizona, they built that program for a few years. So definitely that development that I can see that they're doing. I've been walking through their scheme of how they play ball, and I like how I would fit in that scheme. I think it definitely plays well with my skills.
Oregon, not surprising that they'd be on the list of a kid from that part of the country, but what do you see out of Oregon, Coach Lanning, in that program, and what has you interested there?
I'd definitely say a similar development. I can see them as a school that can give a lot of versatility in their positions, or in my position, like where I would be playing, and that's like building on my resume for hopefully the league, because that's what the end goal is, right? Make it to the league. So the league seeing that versatility is huge. So yeah, that development and then the energy at Oregon is just next level. And what they're doing with their facilities and everything in the next, by the time I graduate, will be the top notch.
Yeah.
So.
And then BYU being an in-state program, moving to the Big 12, they just had a really nice recruiting push there, getting a 5-star quarterback commit. What is it about BYU that I guess appeals to you and is making you at least consider the idea of possibly staying home?
I'd say a huge thing for BYU is my connection with the coaches. Big connection with Jay Hill, Coach Papinga, head coach Sataki. I mean, I love all the coaches, all the guys. I've been around them for countless years. I have a few teammates committed to BYU. Graham Livingston, 3-star receiver. He's committed there right now, and then his older brother also played there. So I have a few ties to BYU. I know Papinga is a great coach. He's coaching Cal Illinois, multiple different great athletes. So knowing I can be developed there as well, and then also the factor of being a little closer to home is a little appealing.
What do you make of their recruiting right now? They're doing really. They're getting some high-profile commitments, and not just from in-state guys. They're getting out and getting some guys. What do you make of that?
It definitely shows that they have something that other colleges aren't offering. I mean, it could just be the connection, or it could be something else. I don't know if I'm deep enough into it to know what that something else is yet, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. It's definitely good to see, though, that recruitment going towards BYU.
Yep. Just last question for you. What are some places you'd like to get out to this fall for visits, for game day visits? Do you have any plans or schools you're kind of prioritizing to do that?
Right now, I don't have any set plans, but definitely love to make some games. Definitely local games, BYU, Utah, Oregon, some Ohio State games, Oklahoma. Would love to make it to some games when they're playing out there. I know probably some Michigan, some Texas, Notre Dame. Those are some that I'd love to make it out to.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.